So you want to get straight 9s? Join the club. You've heard the same advice 100 times before. Make flashcards, do active recall, stop using your phone. I mean, it's not bad advice, but to be honest, if you want to become the best of the best, you need a little something more. Last year, the top 0.19% of students got straight 9s, and I was one of them. Was it easy? Hell no. But what got me there wasn't locking myself in my bedroom for 6 months or sacrificing my soul to the cognito gods. Instead, I made a 4-point strategy that helped me balance my subjects, cook the exams, while still leaving me enough time to touch grass. Alright, let's go. I'm not gonna lie, for my year 10 marks, I was not locked in. I remember when I got them back, and they were not good results. It's like a switch just flipped in my brain. The sheer amount of content I needed to revise just hit me. From that day on, every day when I got home, I would do the same routine. Make a drink, sharpen a pencil, put in headphones, and start a timer. 45 minutes of revision at a time. Don't get me wrong, it got me somewhere, but it definitely wasn't the best way to revise. Imagine going to the gym and saying, I'm gonna do a 45-minute workout. Sure, you'll get something done, but in the long run, you're going to make much more progress if every day you go in with a list of exercises designed to help you reach a specific goal. Imagine you're revising history. Instead of just saying, I'm going to do 45 minutes of Germany, instead, think of 3 targets that you can work towards in that period instead. The targets should be clear enough so that once you finish each one, you can tick them off. Even better, if you physically write down your targets, you can cross them off as you finish them, and trust me, that is so satisfying. Instead of feeling tired or worn out, you're going to feel accomplished and motivated, and that's going to help you do session after session, and you're going to get so much work done. Even better, you can use a spreadsheet to keep track of your revision. That way, you can make sure your revision is balanced, and if you're ever feeling demotivated or overwhelmed, you can look back over your spreadsheet and you can remind yourself how far you've come and how much work you've already done. It might seem like there are 2 kinds of people. Those who've locked in and don't have a social life anymore, and those who just don't care about exams and do whatever they want. Realistically, you don't need to make this choice. The great thing about this strategy is that there are no time requirements. Remember, revision isn't just staring at a textbook for hours at a time, it's finding a way that helps you remember and retain information. Hell, I remember over Easter, one time I was just playing Fortnite with my friends, and in between fights we were asking each other biology questions. The thing is, if you keep doing the same type of revision every day for weeks at a time, at some point you're gonna hit a wall. And if you try and power through, you're gonna burn out. And if you burn out, you are screwed. Here's where revising with friends comes in. The secret is, do not get together physically to revise. I remember doing this countless times in the run-up to my own GCSEs, and every single time, we'd spiral off into some random, unrelated conversation, and we'd never actually get work done. Instead, hop on a group call with your friends, share your screen, and go over flashcards or past papers. This is actually really useful for English specifically, because instead of writing an entire essay when you want to practice a question, you can just pick out quotes from the text and talk about what you'd analyse and what you'd do with them. Being able to get instant feedback and critique is an absolute goldmine, especially if your friends are better at English than you are. Consistency is just repeating yourself until the universe gives up and lets you win. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. The source may be questionable, but the message is not. I had this friend, the type of guy who would never revise for exams until the night before. I remember time and time again, this guy would cram months of content just minutes before an exam started, and still, every time, somehow, he would beat me. Guess what happened on results day? He fumbled every exam. You can be the best, most efficient student in the world, but if you try and cram your GCSEs, it's not going to end well. As of now, you still have about 70 days until your first exam. It's not too late to start revising. If you haven't already, you need to make a calendar. Some people physically write one out, but I did mine digitally instead. 2 hours a day. In my opinion, doing more than that is just not worth it. After a certain point, you just feel burnt out and unproductive. Eventually, you'll get into a rhythm of consistent, efficient revision every day. But let's be real. There are going to be those days where you just do not have the motivation to carry on. That's where accountability comes in. In my opinion, accountability is one of the most underrated ways to stay on track. Having someone hold you accountable and keep you to your targets is an absolute game changer. Your accountability partner can be whoever you trust. It can be a parent, a sibling, a friend, anyone you can rely on to make sure you hit your targets. Imagine telling your accountability partner that you'll do a past paper and then not doing it. You'd feel guilty, right? That guilt is an asset. You need to weaponize it. As the exams get closer, eventually, your revision is going to start to feel much more boring. Chances are, this is because you know all the content. Don't get me wrong, it is a fantastic feeling to have, but you can't get complacent. Now is a great time to start doing past papers. The one thing you shouldn't do is to exhaust all your past papers before you're ready for them. I mean, if you have, don't panic, you can still do other exam boards, but it's definitely much better to wait until you're ready before starting. Listening to music is something that's really good for regular revision, but I wouldn't recommend it when doing papers. You should try and replicate exam conditions as much as possible, because I know a few times I've been able to absolutely cook past papers at home and then I've crumbled in the exams. You know, there are those subjects where you know all the content like the back of your hand, but somehow when marking them, you realise you've dodged every point on the mark scheme. This is because there are a few very specific phrases that are always on the mark scheme, but your teachers almost never cover in class. If you identify and memorize these, it's just 3 marks. Humanities, on the other hand, are a pain to mark. If you're not already a qualified teacher, you're pretty much never going to be able to give yourself an accurate grade. There are a few ways you can get around this. Probably the easiest is to give the question, your response, and the mark scheme to an AI like ChatGPT or Tilth.io. They can give you an immediate grade which is pretty accurate, and some feedback. Make sure to take it with a grain of salt though. You can also do exams with your friends. If you have friends that you know are better than you can steal their ideas and include them in your own quotation banks. The one thing you absolutely must do is to make use of your teachers. They're the ones who actually know what the examiners are looking for, and their feedback is the best you can get. I know it might feel overwhelming now, but trust me, if you use these tips from today, eventually you're going to reach a point where you just stop feeling stressed about exams. I remember for me, about 2 weeks before the exam started, I just felt calm and ready for them. Thank you for watching, consider subscribing, and good luck. It's time to lock in.